Hello YouTube, it's Nas again. I came back with another video. It's going to be called Emotion and Thoughts. And what I'm going to talk about today is just how they kind of change the effect of your present of how you control your lifestyle. And first I'm going to start off by saying your thoughts, your mind is a lot stronger than you think. And just thoughts is a very, very strong process. No, it's a very strong thing that can lead to emotions. And what the problem is, some of us can't fully control our thoughts or our emotions, and it leads us to do foolish things, stupid things. Just you guys already know people out there like that, Like, it leads down to those things, and our soul kind of gets off of that, like feeds off of those thoughts as well. Like, you can harm yourself by just putting out negative thoughts, like you're putting out negative energy into the world, which doesn't need to be out there, And then with emotions, emotions is kind of just like, to me, emotions is like the master after the thought. It's like the creation, like the thought is the creation of the emotion, and then now the emotion is created, and now that creates the master. You know what I mean? Like, there's good emotions out there, and just like gotta control the emotion, like control your thoughts. That's what you gotta do, because the mind is very powerful, and you gotta understand that, because if you think wildly, then you could be doing things that you didn't think you were going to be doing in your life. So, like, for example, like if you're sad, something bad happens in your life, and like you start to think very negatively, which mostly happens. You start to have very negative emotions, and now your emotions take over. They take over your appearance. They take over how you think, how you feel, how you just want to react. It takes over, and it's like you give off that energy to somebody else, and now you're feeling like you still feel the same, and now another person's feeling the same. Like that negative energy feeds off. Same with the good. It feeds off. You motivate people. You give them positive energy. It's like motivation and sadness. Like, and the energy goes both ways. It goes both left and right. It goes both directions. That's what needs to be understood about that. Now, a good example of what I mean by thoughts, how thoughts are going to change your present, is like people that suffer from depression. Let's just start with that. People that suffer from depression, I'm pretty sure some of y'all know that people that suffer from depression. I know I have before, once in my life. When you're depressed, you get very upset, and you're just very negative on yourself and what you do. You know what I mean? And then you see negative results, and you just continue and continue and continue. You continue to do that, and what's gonna happen is that you're now gonna change your mindset to a completely different level than what it was before you were depressed. Now you're allowing all that negative energy to fully build onto you, and now your thoughts are changed. You think different. You look at yourself different, And that's why some people need help, and some people can get through it by themselves, and some need help from others. Like, there's certain, we all come out of depression different ways, you know what I mean? But you're constantly challenged. Now, when I talk about it from an energy standpoint, that with thoughts, it's just like kind of like steering the way that you want your soul's energy to go, or your spirit's energy to go. It's just like steering it, you know. You want to be happy, positive energy bursts out, you know what I mean? You want negative energy, bursts out, you know what I mean? You share it. You share that energy, because your energy is very, very strong. You gotta be able to just, I want to say, you gotta master it. Just, I know understanding mastering it would be a different topic, but like, you gotta be able to kind of just, like, okay, like, just sit down and like look at an object for like a long period of time. Don't even think about the details or whatever is on the object. Just look at it. See how long you can look at it without making a thought on it. Like, that's how, like, it's hard to not make a thought about it, because that's like how your mind is. Like, you just wildly, like, think only look at it. Just look at it. Don't even try to think about it. Just look at it. You know, try that. If you can do that, and then you can see that how your mind tries to push it, then now you're understanding what I'm trying to say about that. Now you'll see that your mind tries to slip and tries to say certain things, and now you're fighting back and forth with your mind, trying to change it, trying to say, no, I don't want to do this, no, and it keeps happening, no, and it keeps going. You know, that's how emotion starts by the thought. And I'm gonna give a story to understand like how strong your emotions and your thoughts can be. Besides with the example of depression, I was depressed one time, and I was in depression for a long time, about 2 years, and like over the time period, I think it was maybe like half a year into it, and I started, like, every time I had a sad thought or something, and I just had like this real, like, shredded pain in my chest, and it just hurt. It hurt me so bad. Like, at times, like, the pain would be so excruciating that I would cry, and it would hurt so bad that I wanted it to leave so bad, and I didn't know how to make it leave, because I was so depressed, and I was trying to make it. I was still being depressed, but I was trying to stop it, but it was so hard because my mind was mentally different, and I was trying to fight it, and I just couldn't, and I just kept feeling this pain constantly, just keep getting stronger and stronger. I didn't know what it was, and I was trying to do research. I was trying to find out what this is, what it was that was hurting me. It wasn't like it was physical pain. It felt like it was the inner part of me that was being hurt. And I was doing research. I was finding out like the actual symptom of it's an actual symptom of depression, and it felt more like my soul was being hurt. Not the skin was being hurt. Inside, the actual soul was being hurt, because of how much depression, how much negative energy I was building in myself. Like, I didn't release it. Because I didn't feel like I was able to talk to anybody, so I just kept it inside. I got to myself, I talk about it, it come out, but it came out so painful. Like, I just didn't want to talk about it, because it was just so built up in my heart. Like, my heart was taking so much of it that it was so hard to get it out, and it was just so painful every time I thought about it. And it's like, I don't want anybody else that understands, that has had that experience when they've been depressed, that their chest or their heart starts to hurt, that's like you're building negative energy inside of you, and your soul is light. So bringing in that darkness is very bad, very bad. And now your emotion is taking over so much, it's creating all that darkness. The emotion creates the darkness. It really does. It creates all of it. So try to control your thoughts as much as possible. That's really what you got to do. Try to just try different techniques. Meditation worked for me. Meditation worked for me. It helped me kind of understand how my thoughts is, how they work, and I'm starting to be able to control my thoughts a lot more than what I normally used to, and I'm starting to be more aware of what I'm thinking of and what my emotions are. Like, some people walk up to me and they're like, "You got no emotions," because I play basketball, and I'm on the basketball team and stuff. Like, and the coaches be like, "You need to show like some excitement, some emotion," and I don't show no emotion. I'm focused on the game, coach. I'm focused on the game. Like, my thoughts all on the game, not on how much I want to be pumped up, because now I'm pumped up, and now my emotions steering the wheel. They're steering the wheel, and now if I have a bad game, now the emotion is responsible, and the emotions are just from your thoughts, you know? You want to get pumped up, now you pumped up, and now and then if you have a bad game, you have a bad game, and now you're feeling upset. But if you do have a good game, I mean, it's alright, have a good game, and then now, in some cases, some people start to be cocky and stuff like that, you know? It's your thoughts. It's all your thoughts. Control your thoughts. And then you'll be able to control your emotions. That's what you got to do. That's really it. I know some people have these mental issues and stuff, you know what I mean? Some people can't control it completely, but there's something you can do. You can at least attempt to control it, you know? Like people that can get very bipolar, like their emotion takes over, okay? So now you understand what I mean by thought, emotions, and thoughts, where it should be thoughts and then emotions, because really the thought creates the emotion. So that's what I got to say. So be careful what you're thinking, because your thoughts are very powerful to the physical and the spiritual and mentally as well. So just be careful. Your emotions really can do anything, man. They can do anything. Alright, so be careful out there. It's Nas. I'll be making more videos soon. Love you all.